Hello, this is a Play-Doh session from the Worcester Arts Workshop run by Kitty. Can you recognize them? Yes, that's right, that's Bing and Flop. And what are they doing? They are running across the meadow. And I can smell the strawberry, yum, and the lovely flowers. And if you are very quiet, you can actually hear the little stream flowing. Isn't that amazing? Shall we do it together? I'll show you how. So, if we want to do this lovely little picture of Bing from Play-Doh, then it might help if you ask your grown-up to print out a little picture. It could be Bing, it could be any other of your favorite characters. But I like Bing, and that's why I chose this. So, apart from the printed out paper, we will also need, of course, some Play-Doh. Now this is the selection of colors that I have, but of course any color would do. One of the advantages of working with Play-Doh is that you can actually mix colors if you don't have the color that you need. But also, because it's your creation and your imagination, you can actually change the colors that you use. You don't need to worry about it. So apart from the Play-Doh, I also have some little molds that actually were other Play-Doh box tops, and they can be used for the different decoration ideas that we will have during this project. I also have this incy little rolling pin, which is actually very interesting because it was my very first one when I was around probably your age. Right then, so let's start. Let's start with the letters, and you can again choose any color. Let's open this first one. So I chose red for the first color, and it's so easy to do because first we are just rolling out the clay, the Play-Doh. Like that. We are going to try to make it long enough to actually create the whole letter in one go. I think we are going to start this way. It's hard to do it the other way around really, but I like challenges. So this is going to be our letter B. It's so nice and so easy if you are following this little pattern. It just helps at the beginning to have the confidence that we need to be ourselves when we create. The next letter is I, and I'm going to use a lovely purple for this. So let's just put the dot on first. It doesn't really matter which order you start. And then we will have this lovely water drop shape there. Oh, how lovely. And then we can have a little piece of yellow for the letter N. It's going to be a little bit too big. A good thing about Play-Doh is that it's so easy, just tear the little bit off that we don't need. Right, the last letter, let's choose this lovely green colour, and again we are just rolling it out into this long shape. This we will need to make a little bit longer because we will need quite a bit of clay for this. So we are going to do 2 little circles, a bigger one and then a smaller one just there. And then we've got this little tail on it. Okay, so that's done. That's okay. So now we will carry on with creating the little bodies. Now, Bing should have a lovely black body, but really, because it's art, we can actually decide what color to use if we don't want to use black, or in my case, I actually don't have any, but I thought we can use blue. So I'm going to get some of the blue Play-Doh out, and I'm going to start with shaping the head. So I take a little bit of Play-Doh first and I measure it, put it down, and I press it down so that I can gently encourage it to get the shape of the head. And then I'm going to carry on with the ears. I think the easiest thing to do is to roll out a little bit of Play-Doh, and again just try to measure how big it is, and then I'm going to do 2 pieces more or less the same, and then I try to shape it a little bit before I put it down, and again I'm going to press it down to follow the shape like that. And I do the same with the other ear, shape it a little bit and I'm pushing it down. Okay, now we've got to do a little bit of hair. So we are just going to make like an incy-wincy little piece here, and then we can have a big one in the middle, and then a couple of smaller ones right next to it, because that's how Bing likes to wear his hair. Okay, there we go. Right, now we can create the body, and with the body we've got to do the clothes. So I'm going to choose the red one for the outfit, and again all I'm doing first is to create a tummy. Just roll it out a little bit, warm it up by my fingers and then press it down, just so. And then I need a little bit more for the trousers, and I just push that on like that. And then I thought maybe green would be nice for the sleeves. So all I need to do is just to add a little bit of green just there, and then a bit more on the other side. And then maybe a little bit on the top. And then back to the blue to create the hands. And again you can shape it as you go, and then shape it a little bit more when you put it down to attach it. And then the other one. And then you can choose a different color, why not, for the shoes. So So in this case it's going to be purple, and again we just need a very small amount, and then just push it there and shape it. Push it there and shape it. There we go. Oh, getting there. Okay, what shall we do next? Well, let's do the face, shall we? So for that, we will have a little bit of white, 2 small little balls like that, and I try to make them right now to be the same size if possible. It's easier to do it now. Just do a little bit bigger. That's better. So I put that there and press it. I do want it to be flat. And there. And then we will do a little bit of blue on the middle. And again, I'm going to try to make the same sizes. A bit more there. And then that can go in the middle. Can you see? He's looking right at you, waiting for your version. And then we can do the mouth, which will be just a bigger ball really. And then we just need to measure it. That looks a little bit too big, so I take a little bit off. Oh, that's better, isn't it? So I push that down. There. Okay. And then, if you've got anything like this little tool, I don't know if you can see it, but even like a pencil would do, just so that you can shape the mouth a little bit. Just makes it easier. I don't know, I hope you can see it well, like that. Okay, so with a pencil or a tool like this, we can shape the mouth a little bit, like that, and then we can imprint a little bit to create a lovely smiley face. And now that we are here shaping, we could use the same tool to maybe create some patterns on the clothes, like that, and then that way. It's better to do the pattern now, because in a minute we will need to put a little button on, and then it would be harder to do it around there. And then maybe different pattern there. Yeah, like that. And then we can do the button. And this is a really simple one. Just a little ball. And put it here. Press it down. And of course, it will need to be held on by a little thread, which we can create very easily. So just put it there. And then if it's a little bit too long, you can just snip it off. There we go. Okay, so what do you think? If you look really closely, do you think we are ready with Bing? Or is something missing? Yes, you are right. We need to do the patterns on the ears. So let's do that. So we have a little bit of Play-Doh, whichever colour you choose. I've got the yellow one. And I'm rolling it out into a nice slim little piece. Like that. And I will put one across here, and then another one the other side. Okay, and then we need a little bit more. Again, I'm going to roll it out. Just like this, or even a little bit thinner really, just to make sure it will fit. And then we will just put it here, like a little twirly pattern just there. And then the same on the other side. There we go. I think Pink would be very happy to see this. Right then, so what about his little friend? Let's get going with that one. Now you see the little leg is actually too close to the picture there, but that's not a problem, is it? Because we are creative enough. So we are just going to put the body a little bit further and shape around it. It's a little bit too big probably, but then we can just take it off. It's nice to work with Play-Doh because you can just change it if you need to, and you don't need to worry about making a mistake. There is no mistake. You can't solve or correct and create your own lovely artwork. So that's the little body, and then we will still need to make the arms and the legs. So again we are rolling out a little bit of clay from your chosen color, and then just put it there. Hope you can see it well. And then put it there. Like so. And then the hands. Rolling out again a little bit. And then just pressing it down. And then pressing it down on the other side. Because my fingers are a little bit bigger than yours, I will have to use this little tool, but you probably will manage without it. There. And then of course the ears. Funny little ears. There we go. And the other one. Okay. And then we've got to do the face, which is really, really easy, isn't it? Just doing a lot of little dots. One dot for the nose. And a couple of really tiny ones for the eyes. 1, 2, and then I can roll out a wincy one. It's really fun, isn't it? We can do very fine work, and then we can do chunkier if we want. It's really up to us. There we go. Smiley face, very happy. And now it looks I could be ready, but I'm thinking, what about all this area here? Why don't we imagine where they could be and what they are doing? So, in my imagination, they are in a lovely meadow. So I'm going to do a lovely grassy area. So I've got some green Play-Doh. I'm using my little rolling pin to roll it out this way and then turn it, because obviously we don't want it to stick to the table. going to make it a little bit longer so that they can really stand in the meadow. There we go. Okay, and now we can use a pair of scissors. Now this is the one I have. You must use the ones that your grown-up allows you to use, which are safe, or maybe your grown-up is there and helping you. So I cut it straight, and now I'm going to create the grass effect, and all I'm doing is just cutting in very carefully, not cutting my fingers. You see my finger is not under it when I'm cutting, so that I don't hurt myself. And then stop and move so that my fingers are safe. Okay, and now I can put this here so that they are in a lovely meadow. And you can even see that the wind is blowing and blowing, and that's why the grass is moving there. Okay, right, but a meadow wouldn't be complete without flowers. So if you've got Play-Doh set at home, then you might have some ready shapes that you can use for creating different flowers or butterflies for your project. So let's choose a little bit of white, and you probably noticed that all you need to do is just have a little bit of Play-Doh, press it in to get the shape, and then take it out, and you've got a lovely flower there. You can take off the excess from here if you want to, you don't have to. And then we can decide where we want our little flower, like here. And then we can put a little bit of colour in it. But you can come up with your own version. Now let's see, what shall we do? Shall we do a butterfly next? Let's do a butterfly. And if you want, and if you grown-ups are happy about mixing the colours, then you can actually try to put different colours in first and then see what will happen. I like to experiment. I think experimenting is really good when you want to do art, because that's how you find things out for yourself, and that's a great way to learn. So I'm just putting a little bit of all the colours in first. Then I'm going to choose another piece just so that I can really push it together. Push it, oops, and it came out a little bit early, but it's still a lovely butterfly with all the different colours. Okay, so I put it here. Press it down, and then let's just carry on decorating it a little bit, like so, to make sure that our butterfly knows where it's going, like that. And then what else shall we do? Ah, I see, yes, of course, we should have a little snail. So again, okay, so what else shall we do? Maybe we could have a little snail just coming and visiting. So let's get a little Play-Doh out and then roll it again. It's so easy to do, isn't it? I'm sure you've done snails before out of Play-Doh. Okay, and then we can start there. and then we can place it just there because it's coming to visit, and then make sure that our little snail can actually see where she is going. Make sure that she's got eyes there. There we go. Right, I do like butterflies. I hope you too. So I have a little butterfly shape there, and I'm going to put a little bit of the blue Play-Doh. I just like blue, but we all like different colours, don't we? Blue is my favourite colour. There we go. Take off the excess, which we don't need, and then place it wherever you want. There it is, flying. Right, now they might get hungry as they are running around, so we could do perhaps some strawberries, because you know that might be nice. So we just have a little bit of green there, and then again I have some strawberry shaped. Where is the strawberry? Just there. So I can just do one or two, maybe more than one, to make sure that they can share and have enough. Because you know, I might want to say a story when I finished with my Play-Doh picture. That's the good thing about art, that you can actually tell a story with it if you want, and then it becomes more than just a picture. Okay, let's do another one. And then that can go there. And then maybe we need a couple of little leaves. Just there. Okay, now again, with the strawberry I might want to do a few little dots there, just to create the texture for my decoration. There we go. And now, to finish the picture, we can try to create something on the bottom of the page. And for me, my idea was to have a little bit of a little stream there, because I like it. I like to go down the canal and go for a walk, so it's nice to put what we like into the picture we make, isn't it? So I just put it there, and then I can do different sizes, can't I? And I don't need to cover it completely. I just need to make sure that I expressed what I wanted to show on my picture. There you go. And there you go. Okay, so I left a little bit of gap there, because if you remember, in the first picture I showed you, I actually had a lovely swan, and I used this mold for that as well. But don't worry if you don't have a mold. You can do any other animal, freehand or different molds, it's not a problem. Your creativity is more important. I'm actually going to use the scissors for this one, because I have quite a bit of excess there, so I just got around it. If you've got a grown-up with you, then they can help with the cutting. Okay, and I can place it here because it likes to swim this way perhaps. There we go. And then just to make sure that my little swan is not lonely in the water, we could make a little fish. And again, if you want, you can do a colourful one. So first I'm going to put down some purple lines. Like this. And then a little bit of orange to press it down. And then I've got a lovely patterned fish. Again, I'm going to cut around it. And then perhaps the fish can come here. And then do a little bit of an eye. And perhaps some air bubbles there, so that we know where the fish might be. There we go. Let's just take the excess away. And this is your picture. Well, this is my picture, but this is how easy it is to actually create a picture with a character that you like, but also use your own imagination to create a story. Thank you for watching and enjoy being creative. Bye!